Ever had that sinking feeling? You're rushing out the door, maybe just getting home, you reach for your keys, and nothing.
Oh, that pit in your stomach.
Exactly. Or worse, you hear that click of the lock from the inside as the door swings shut. You're just locked out.
It happens so fast. Instant panic mode.
It really is one of those universal stomach-dropping moments, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
The kind
Yeah.
that sends you scrambling. So today, we're not just looking at locksmiths. We're doing a proper deep dive into, well, the world behind those quick fixes. We've got some fascinating sources, specifically looking at urgent and specialized lock needs right here in London. Our mission really is to turn that panic into, empowered action, give you the playbook for when security really counts.
Yeah, and what's really insightful, I think, is how that panic can make us rush into decisions, sometimes costly ones. That's exactly why having a clear idea of your options before it happens is so valuable. This deep dive should help you find not just any solution, but the right one for what you need, without feeling, well, overwhelmed or ripped off.
Ripped off, yeah, that's a big fear.
It's about being informed, not just reacting in the moment.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our sources pointed us towards a prominent provider, Locksmith for London. And their core promise, especially places like Brixton and Shoreditch, seems to be this mix of speed, affordability, and reliability. Now, if you're locked out, first thing on your mind was probably speed, right?
Yeah.
How fast can someone get here?
Absolutely. And the sources made a pretty bold claim there, a guaranteed arrival within 20 minutes for any London address they mention.
20 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, that covers all the Brixton postcodes like SW2, SW9, specific callouts near Brixton Academy, Electric Avenue, Brockwell Park, High Street, and they cover Hackney and the surrounding bits for Shoreditch too.
Okay, 20 minutes. That's impressive for London traffic.
It really is. And what's insightful about that promise, especially when you pair it with clear pricing, is how it tries to build trust right away. It's not just about being fast. It feels like a direct challenge to those rogue locksmith issues we sometimes hear about where delays and vague costs are part of the problem.
Right, using the panic against you.
Exactly. This combination suggests, or aims to suggest, a model based on integrity. That's a big difference you should look for.
Okay, so speed is one thing, but let's talk cost. That's often where the real anxiety kicks in. Our sources highlighted something, well, pretty surprising for London. Starting prices apparently as low as $29.
$29.
Yeah, and they really emphasize unbeatable value without hidden fees, transparent pricing, claiming to be the cheapest local locksmith without cutting corners on quality. I mean, $29 in London. For a locksmith, it sounds incredibly appealing, maybe almost too good to be true for some jobs.
You've hit on the crucial point there, haven't you? That $29 headline figure, it's designed to catch your eye. And, it most likely refers to the absolute simplest job. Maybe just gaining entry if the lock isn't, say, dead-bolted.
Okay, so the basic call-out maybe.
Probably. But what the sources are really telling us, implicitly, is ask questions. Always. Before they even start, you need to clarify. What does that $29 actually cover? Is there a diagnostic fee? What's the likely range for my specific problem?
Good advice.
A genuinely transparent provider won't shy away from that. The whole no hidden fees promise is a direct response to bad practices. It signals honesty. But yeah, you still need to confirm the full picture yourself.
Makes sense. So beyond just speed and the headline cost, the sources also talk about experience. Locksmith for London apparently has 15-plus years under their belt, a trusted name, and their technicians. Fully certified, insured, and vetted. They stress expertise, professionalism, care. We've all heard those horror stories, haven't we? A quick fix that causes more damage or leaves you less secure. So when it's your home, your business. How important are those credentials, really? Certified, insured, vetted.
Oh, they're absolutely paramount. Non-negotiable, really. Think about it. Your home security, it's not just a casual DIY thing you want someone guessing at. Certified means they meet industry standards, competence.
Right.
Insured means if something does go wrong, a lock fails, there's damage during fitting, there's a safety net, protection for you. And vetted often implies background checks. You're letting someone into your home or business. That's essential for peace of mind. It all points to accountability.
Accountability, yeah, that's the word. And one detail that really stood out for me was the 1-year warranty on all services. For something like a lockout fix or even a new lock installation, a whole year. That feels like a pretty big commitment. What does that signal?
That's a fantastic point. It's more than just a safety net, you see. A 1-year guarantee, it basically shifts the risk away from you, the customer, and back onto the provider. It tells you they're not just there for a quick job. They're actually confident in their parts, their work, their technician skills.
They stand by it.
Precisely. It's a mark of professionalism. And honestly, it's a stark contrast to some operators who just disappear after the job's done, leaving you stuck if problems pop up later.
Yeah, heard of that too.
So this means lasting results, customer satisfaction. If anything goes wrong within that year, they come back, fix it free. That's real peace of mind.
Definitely. And these emergency guys, they're not just about getting you back inside, are they? The sources show they do a whole range of things. Residential stuff, obviously lockouts, but also repairs, replacements, keeping your home safe, and commercial too. Tailored solutions, upgrades, advanced security for businesses which have different needs, of course.
Right, different risks, different systems.
And get this, they specifically mention expertise in repairing and maintaining UPVC door and window mechanisms.
Yeah.
You know, those plastic doors and windows with multi-point locks.
Yes. Very common now. And often tricky.
Exactly. The sources highlight that as a common failure point where you really need someone who knows what they're doing. They offer that expertise at competitive rates, too.
So, clearly not just a one-trick pony. They cover a lot of ground.
Yeah, and, the sources even included some testimonials. Real people, supposedly. Like John D. called them fast and professional after a lockout. We've all been John D., right? Standing there, phone dying.
Definitely. That fast part suddenly becomes very personal.
Totally. So hearing it worked out quickly is reassuring. Then Emma R. praised their new high-security locks for her office, said everything was perfect, quality matters.
Especially for a business.
And Mike W. found them friendly, efficient, and reliable for his UPVC door lock issue, that tricky problem you mentioned.
Right.
So these examples, they kind of bring those promises, speed, quality, reliability to life. Shows they actually deliver for people.
Yeah, the specifics make a difference.
Okay, so we've covered the high-stress, heart-pounding emergency lockout scenario. But what about other lock problems? Maybe less urgent, but still super frustrating. The sources opened up this whole other area of specialized services. Equally vital, just different needs. Taking us beyond the 3 a.m. call-out, let's look at Shoreditch for this.
Right, the everyday stuff. Key cutting, car keys.
Exactly. First up, key cutting. The material points to Rose Locksmith and DIY. It's on Kingsland Road, 6870. And what's quite cool is the history set up way back in 1938. Family-run place.
Wow. Long time, proper local institution.
Seems like it. They do fast key duplication, all sorts, house keys, fobs, those electronic things. Remotes.
Fobs, yeah, increasingly common.
You just walk in, Monday to Saturday, get your keys cut while you wait. And the sources specifically say it's without the locksmith fees.
That's the key differentiator, isn't it?
Yeah, what does that really mean?
It means you're paying just for the key blank and the cutting service itself, not the potentially higher call-out fee or hourly rate you'd pay if a locksmith came to your house for, say, a lock change.
Got it. So it's purely the duplication service.
Exactly. And that highlights a really crucial distinction for you, the listener. Understand the different service types. A dedicated key cutter, like Rose Locksmith and DIY, is about efficiency and cost effectiveness for that specific task. You wouldn't call an emergency locksmith just to get a spare key cut, right? It's about matching the service to the need. Saves time, saves money.
Makes sense. And it's easy to get to, apparently. Near Shoreditch High Street, buses 26, 55, short walk from Kingsland Road, overground. Convenient.
Good practical info.
Okay, next up, car keys. Losing or breaking one of those, massive headache.
Tell me about it, especially modern ones with chips.
Right. The sources suggest Timpson as a solid option in Shoreditch. They've got places on Cambridge Heath Road and Old Broad Street, reachable from Shoreditch. They offer same-day car key cutting and programming for most makes. And here's the kicker, the aha moment. Often up to 50% cheaper than going to the main dealer.
50%, that's huge.
Isn't it? Timpson also does key fob repairs, battery replacements. They even have an online tool to check your car key and mobile service options.
That mobile service sounds like a real lifesaver if the car's stuck.
Definitely. But why? Why are they so much cheaper than the dealers sometimes?
That's a great question. It really boils down to market dynamics and specialization. Main dealers, well, they often have proprietary systems, limited competition for their specific keys so they can charge a premium. That's part of their service structure.
Right, they've got you locked in, so to speak.
Pretty much. Whereas specialists like Timpson, they invest heavily in diagnostic tools and programming equipment that work across loads of different manufacturers. Universal stuff. It lets them streamline the process, buy blanks potentially cheaper, and offer much more competitive prices.
Okay. Economies of scale, sort of.
Exactly. And knowing these specialist options exist means you, the listener, aren't just stuck paying dealer prices. There are targeted, often cheaper solutions. That mobile option, too, just underlines convenience when you physically can't get the car to them, gets you back on the road faster.
Good to know. Okay, finally, what if you want to buy new locks yourself? Maybe upgrade security, do a bit of DIY. The source mentioned Leyland SDM. They're at 13 Shoreditch High Street. It's an independent hardware store. Stocks a huge range of locks, security hardware, everything from mortise locks.
Yeah, the ones embedded in the door, chunky things.
Right. To cylinder locks, the more common barrel ones.
Yeah.
Door handles, the lot.
Standard hardware store stuff, but focused on security.
Yeah, and they cater to trade and DIY folks. Give expert advice, apparently. Open Monday to Saturday. Plus, you can buy online or call them to arrange delivery if getting there is tricky. Bus routes 149, 242 nearby, or walk from Old Street or Liverpool Street seems accessible.
So they're covering both the pros and the home improvers.
Looks like it. Which kind of brings up a question. When should you DIY it with locks? And when is it absolutely time to call a pro? Leyland SDM empowers you to choose the hardware, sure. But installation.
That's a critical distinction, absolutely. It really depends on the complexity and your own skill level. Look, a store like Leyland SDM is great for getting your hands on the kit, understanding what's available, maybe replacing a simple existing deadbolt. If you're confident, maybe that's okay for DIY.
Like for like swap, perhaps?
Perhaps. But intricate stuff, multi-point locking systems on UPVC doors, or upgrading to high-security locks that need really precise fitting, maybe need to meet certain British standards for insurance.
Yeah, probably not for a beginner.
Definitely not. That's when you need the skilled locksmith, the certified, insured professional we talked about earlier. It comes down to understanding your limits. Prioritize getting it installed securely over just saving a few quid on labor. Your security's worth it.
Good point. Your security is paramount. Okay, so we've done emergencies. We've done the specialized stuff like key cutting and buying locks. But what about being proactive, thinking ahead? Our sources also share this amazing stash of locksmith guides, really valuable stuff for anyone wanting to navigate this whole area with a bit more confidence, whether it's a crisis or you're just curious.
The preventative knowledge, always useful.
Totally. These guides cover things like 5 things to check when choosing a locksmith. Really practical. 7 door lock problems and how to fix them without a locksmith. Maybe save yourself a call out.
Could be handy for simple jams or squeaks.
5 things to try when your key is stuck in the door. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah, so we wiggle, jiggle, don't snap it.
Exactly. And even a really crucial one, 7 cues that you are dealing with a rogue locksmith.
Now that is important information.
Right. Nobody wants to get ripped off, especially when you're already stressed. These guides give you the power to spot trouble.
What's fascinating there is just the power that knowledge gives you, the consumer. You know, there's so much info out there, but having targeted guides, ones that help you tell a reliable service from a dodgy one, that's critical. It connects right back to consumer protection, making genuinely empowered choices. You go from being reactive to proactive.
Yeah, being ahead of the game.
Consider that guide on locksmith prices and costs, plus 5 things you need to know to avoid overcharging. That directly tackles the worries about cost and hidden fees we discussed. It reinforces that knowing what's normal, what questions to ask, that's your best defense against surprise charges, making sure you get fair value.
Understanding the baseline costs.
Exactly. And including topics like 5 situations when you should call a locksmith versus DIY, that encourages a balanced view. It helps you decide, okay, can I fix this simple thing myself, or do I really need professional expertise for this one? It's about self-reliance, sure, but also knowing when to trust the pros for real security.
It's a great mix of information. Wow, what a deep dive that was. We've covered so much. From the super fast, affordable, guaranteed emergency services like Locksmith for London.
That 20-minute promise still stands out.
It does. To the specific solutions like Rose Locksmith and DIY for key cutting, Timson for sorting out car keys way cheaper than dealers.
Yeah, potentially saving you a lot there.
And Leyland SDM for actually buying the locks and hardware yourself. Plus, all that knowledge in the guides. Empowering stuff. I think the biggest takeaway for you, listening, is knowing that whether it is that sudden horrible lockout or you're planning an upgrade, there are specific, reliable, transparent options out there. Options to keep your home or business secure and give you peace of mind.
Absolutely. And this deep dive, it really offers a shift in thinking, doesn't it? It encourages you to view your security not just as reacting to problems, but as a proactive, informed strategy. So, here's something for you to ponder. In this increasingly complex world, how much value do you actually place on having a trusted local expert you can truly rely on, especially when it's about your personal safety, your business security? And maybe think about how you can use these kinds of detailed resources, this knowledge we've discussed, to become your own best advocate, to make those crucial decisions about your safety with confidence, turning that potential panic into calm, informed action.
A lot to think about there.
Stay curious and keep exploring your world with confidence.